Hello everyone, in this video I will show you the very basics of rope dart, which is a traditional Chinese weapons. It's also referred as a bending spear, so another name is meteor hammer. So it has many different names, but essentially this is a metal part at the end of the rope, which you may either rotate or make some shots. So we can start with the very basics. So in order to um, plug it in, you just put your hand into a loop and make the rope to be this length, so that when you just pull it from the ground, there is some space. And the very first exercise, you need to start rotating. It's best to start rotating this kind of side, but also this one. So starting with counterclockwise, if seen like the camera shows, and then clockwise. You don't have to make things fast at first. First, you should do things slow, then you may do faster. Now, you do this rotation from both sides. It's very important to have the plane, the vertical plane, like shown from this position, from this perspective. So one side as well as another. So it's like you have two walls from left and right from you, and you need to make sure that you do not hit those walls with your rope dart. It's very important to keep the planes, because without planes you might hurt yourself, and that would be very devastating. I did hurt myself many times, like more than 15 years ago when I was just learning this kind of thing. So it hurts a lot. I broke my tooth, and yeah, I almost destroyed my leg. So that was quite devastating. Once you feel comfortable with rotations, you may combine rotations to both sides with movements. It feels very natural. So when you sense how Shenbiao rotates, you then like naturally feel the flow, and your movements become very easy, easily done. In this video, I show these exercises step by step how they are usually being taught. At the very least, how I was taught. So you can also keep rotating your rope dart one side. This would result in turning each side. In other exercise, you may use your elbow in order to help the rotation. Be very careful, because if you hit your head, it will hurt really a lot. So you should only start this exercise after you made sure that you did enough repetitions and you do feel this very end of your rope dart. Because if you do not, you may hurt your knees. Be careful with legs. It might hurt legs as well, not only the head. Once rotations are okay, you may get started with shots. Shots are essentially when you start rotating and then you just drop the rope and it just flies wherever the this force brings it to. So you just kickstart with the regular rotation, and then you just drop when you feel like it would fly forwards. After this, you don't have to release your hands. You just let the rope slide within your hand. So you just rotate and you slide the rope. So the front hand is static, the rear hand is dynamic. So it's like you use the spear. If you rotate counterclockwise, you may shot forwards. If you rotate clockwise, then you may shot backwards. When you start feeling how the rope dart slides back and forth, you don't need to make many rotations to make a shot. You may only make one rotation and do a shot after. When you feel comfortable with this, you may add some steps because all this should be really dynamic. So you may step forward when shooting forward and step backward when shooting backward. You can also change the sides, and you can also sort of rotate yourself into one direction and also into another, just like it was with the bear rotation. So when you do both rotations and shots, the footwork essentially remains the same because the rotation of the rope dart, no matter if it ends up with a shot or not, it guides the way how the legs move. So after you feel a bit comfortable, you may start combining all those elements all together. So currently, I'm doing both shots and rotations in a kind of a random order. It may not be very random, but I just feel how the ropes are essentially flows, and that's the force that guides the movement. So essentially, I'm demonstrating all the basic patterns, how you can move and rotate and give shots all at the same time. After you master these basic techniques, you can kickstart with elbow shots. And now I'm demonstrating the very basic exercise for an elbow shot. So when you rotate only once, okay, so you just rotate once and then you release the rope dart and it just flies. Okay, and rotate once and then make a shot. Rotate once and then make a shot. Rotate once, make a shot. I'm breaking down the exercise into several simple parts just to give you an idea how this is done. I'm doing this slowly to make it possible for you to see how this dynamics essentially works. But again, once you get comfortable, you then start doing this quicker. When you're doing quicker, you are more precise. In a video where I was demonstrating how one can build the rope dart on his own, I was making shots to the bottle of beer, and if you do this quick shot, it's more precise. It's much easier to get the target if you're doing a fast shot. But before you understand the physics behind this, you should do slowly. If you can do it slowly, you can do it quickly, like Tusse Violin mentioned in their videos. So this is the same principle. Here I'm demonstrating the double rotation elbow shot. Same appeals to the elbow if you want to shoot backwards. So this is single rotation shot here, and you just throw it away. It's very simple. Okay, and once you feel comfortable, you may start doing this again a bit faster. I'm doing the basic shot in the other side to keep the flow essentially, so that I could do this in a never-ending mode. That's the way to practice this kind of kung fu. So you just do the shots both sides. In front, you do the most basic shot. In behind, you do this elbow shot. And now same applies to the double rotation elbow shot. So you just wait until rope that rotates twice over your elbow. One, two, and then you just throw it away. But this is done all at once. Bang. This is done all at once. One, two, and you just throw it away. This is quite a powerful technique. Now I do a single rotation shot with elbow like back and forth. So front shot and the rear shot. And again, front shot and shooting to behind. Okay, so this is another way how to practice. Once it works with single rotation shots, you may then do the double rotation shots like this. Although it might look complicated, essentially it's quite simple to do. Next thing is knees. So we can use a knee exactly the same way how we use the elbow. It's like an axis, and the rope that rotates over that point. So it happens very, very naturally. Here you need to be very careful so that if the direction is wrong, you may hit yourself from behind to the head, and that would be devastating. You may wrap the metal part of the rope that with something soft if you're just starting, because you would be hitting yourself. I promise you that. And at the very least, if you hit yourself with something soft being wrapped around the rope dart, it would not be as much as it hurts when you hit yourself with a metal pole. I've been doing this for many years, so I'm doing without any soft wrappers. I'm just doing with the bare metal. Like been demonstrating the video on how to make a rope dart. Same applies if you want to rotate over the knee using double rotation. And also you can do the shots from another knee. You may do the shot from left elbow, from right elbow, from beneath and on top. So the rotation clockwise and then shot, rotation counterclockwise and then shot other elbow, and also this appeals to knees. One of the exotic exercises, which is probably one of the most dangerous, with this exercise, when I was doing a double rotation around the neck, I broke my tooth. And that was, yeah, I'm showing that in the video. Like, I still have it broken after more than 15 years. I still have it broken. So, apart from this is the single rotation around the neck. Apart from this, there is also a double rotation, but I don't recommend you doing this because this is very dangerous. So here I'm doing some exotic elements where you see like we just step over the rope dart so it finds itself behind, and then using the elbow shot we can go to the initial position. We can also rotate Shen Biao using our hips outwards and also inwards. This is very similar to how we have been doing this with our elbows, but using hips. So also quite interesting. So here we use the inner part of the hip to rotate. And also this is the way we can rotate when we stepped once, then we rotate in, and then we release to get to the initial position. And this is an exercise you can use if you want to end your exercise. Usually, form sets are end up with that kind of form. Finally, you may practice all the elements all together. And this kind of set that you see now, I came up with this just during filming this video.